Greetings and welcome to the latest episode of Preserve the 80s. I come to you with a somewhat heavy heart this time, as the Big Lots near my house, and it appears for that matter, all Big Lots locations are about to close. Big Lots is a wonderful store that's provided many good snacks to me over the years, as well as discounts on items ranging from furniture to light bulbs to mouse pads and beyond, so I am quite sad to see it go. In fact, the table that I'm making this video at came from Big Lots. But as it is closing, they're starting to have some clearance sales. So I went there on Friday night, this is Saturday afternoon, to see if I could find some discounts on items that would be of use to me, or perhaps some obscure snacks. I found quite a few obscure snacks at decent prices, which I'll be showing you in just a moment. I also, well, it's too far away, so I'm not going to go and pick it up now, but I purchased a griddle, but it's CWC brand, and it is pink, which is kind of making me think a bit of Chris Chan. Somebody who I don't like to think about when I'm eating or cooking or doing much of anything else, but I'll just try to forget that branding when I use the griddle. But with that said, I shall present some of the snacks. Have some drinks here. There is a grape and a lemon guzzler. These I haven't seen in a very long time. I remember when I was in junior high school, these were for sale at Brooks Pharmacy, which is a chain that's no longer in business. It was bought out by Rite Aid, which was, I believe, bought out by Walgreens. And unless you're from the Northeast, you probably haven't been to a Brooks or heard of them, but they were a solid pharmacy as chains go. So we have, these were actually 79 cents, which is less than what I paid for them. Let's see, if it was in 1998, 27 years ago when I was in 8th grade. We also have some non-fluid snacks. We have the Daily Crave sea salt fries. We have Sweet Christmas marshmallows. I don't think these are going to taste very good, but they were marked down both because of the store closing and Christmas now being well over a week ago. We have Rudolph's pork rinds. Never had a pork rind I didn't like. I doubt Rudolph will be the first. Biscuit Sensation by Lambert's. It's an assortment of cookies. Mavericks Bolt Cookies, birthday cake flavor. Walt's Smoky Honey Mustard, not honey mustard, but smoky mustard pretzels. Supposedly they're supposed to have an addictive quality to it. It says one nibble, you're hooked. They didn't even have time to put the word "and" in there. That's how frantic they are. Here's a guy trying to create a lifetime of addiction for people. These bagged olives, which I have never seen before or had before. Don't know what a bagged olive will be like, but we'll be finding out soon. And perhaps my favorite of all the items, well, I haven't tried it yet, but just based on packaging alone. Wrap Snacks Dill Pickle Jalapeno Chips featuring Money Bag Yo. When I first saw this, I thought they were just telling people it was a good bag by saying this bag is money, as people said maybe 25, 30 years ago. But Money Bag Yo is actually a rapper who I assume they created for the purpose of these snacks. And there's a bit of a insightful chat with him on the back of the bag. There he is, being on his car, being a Laterrian Milton hood rat, as anyone famous with familiar with Laterrian Milton would understand. But he says, "My motivation is to level up and be my best self, no matter the circumstance. My hustle has given me a winning mindset, making the impossible always seem possible. Quote from Moneybag Yo. Visit rapsnacks.net. This is the type of thing I would have expected to find in the 90s in a store. Though obviously it's quite a bit newer than that. Looks like they tried really hard to create a mascot who might appeal to 13-year-olds wearing Boss jeans with chain wallets back in that era. We have the mark there. I guess that's supposed to be like Nelly's Band-Aid. And I think it's supposed to be a Celtics cap that he's wearing, but it's obscured so you can't really tell. These are made in Miami, distributed by Rap Snacks, 153 East Flagler Street in Miami. I like jalapeno chips. I don't like dill pickle chips, so I don't know what I'm going to think of these. That's putrid. When I was in 3rd grade, we had a field trip to a septic plant. And of course, leading up to it, all the kids were railing off their shit jokes nonstop. When we went there, we saw the feces and such being processed. We smelled unspeakable odors, and nobody was making shit jokes anymore the rest of that year. It was a dead silent bus ride home. But the reason why I bring that up is that these chips smell not as bad as a sludge room, but they smell similar to how the lobby at the sewage treatment plant smelled, so I almost don't even want to try them, but I must. Well, they weren't skimpy with the toppings. You can see that it's spiced fairly well. There's visible toppings on there, so let's get this over with. Straight from your man, Moneybag Yo. This is not hyperbole. That is hands down the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. And I know that I've had some snacks before on this channel that I wasn't too crazy about. But that's on another level. It's indescribable, and I need to eat something else quick and try to get that taste out of my mouth. It was so foul that I briefly forgot how to open bottles, as you saw with my struggle to open the Guzzler. But at this point, there's nowhere to go but up, which might be a good time for trying these bagged olives. Because I can't imagine these are going to be good, but nothing could possibly taste worse than those chips. Not even cheese. Not sure how to open this, so I'm going to open here. Well, you can see there's some olives in there. The bag's very, very greasy inside. Olives are surprisingly firm for being bagged olives. They're empty, there's no pimento or anything in there. These actually aren't too bad. I wouldn't say that they're as good as regular olives, but definitely edible. They taste similar to those olives that you'd get in the jar at a grocery store. Only difference is that these just have a bit of a firmer texture to them. so not really that bad. Try the Rudolph's pork rinds. Rudolph's nose pork rinds. For over 60 years, Mary Rudolph's secret recipe we've been making let's start that over again. For over 60 years, with Mary Rudolph's secret recipe, we've been making sure your pork rinds have all the crunch you expect. When you feel a snack attack coming, pick up a bag of pork rinds. Try all varieties of Rudolph's, which include Southern Recipe Small Batch, Pepe's El Original, and Lee's. You can see these different names on there. It'd be weird to call it Rudolph's Lee's or Pepe's Lee's or Rudolph's Pepe's, or, well, the point I'm making is that attaching two names to one snack would be strange, but I guess when I'm running my own snack company, I can name it what I want, but until then, I will respect the wisdom of those who are running snack companies. They're based in Lima, Ohio. Smell like regular pork rinds. Very good. They remind me of, I would say Max pork rinds. They're most similar to. They're good pork rinds. I will definitely be eating some more of these when time allows. Here come the Waltz pretzels. Whether you are fishing for big game or just a downright tasty snack, look no further. Waltz pretzels are coated with the perfect combination of seasonings and spices that will catch you every time. We warned you, it only takes one nibble, and you're hooked. Coated with extra virgin olive oil. These are from Phoenix, Arizona. Well, at least they warned me that lifelong addiction could begin now, and I could find myself doing unspeakable things in the future in order to get some Waltz Smoky Mustard pretzels, but they warned me. I'm taking the risk. We'll see what happens. They don't smell good, but they don't smell anywhere near as bad as the wrap chips did. I'm not going to be addicted to those anytime soon. They essentially taste like onions dipped in honey. Not a good flavor at all. Maybe with some vinegar mixed in too. Now we're going to have the Daily Crave sea salt flavored fries. I have a reporter type guy as their mascot. Always crunchy, never soggy. Delicious on its own or with your favorite sandwich, dip, or toppings, if they want to be top. Even more tasty when warmed. I'll have to think about that later. Perfect alternative to potato chips. Great value. Up to 60 crunchy fries per serving, compared to 16 restaurant-style fries. Well, this isn't a restaurant. And I would assume there are usually more than 16 fries at a restaurant when they get put on your plate. I mean, maybe not if they're steak fries, but even if you get small fries at a place like McDonald's, you're going to have more than 16 fries in your container, but no point in agonizing over that now. Let's just continue. Look pretty standard. They're not bad. They're not great. Not a whole lot of flavor to them, but I assume if I ate enough of these, I'd feel relatively full, so if you're looking for a snack that's not going to wow you, but that's also not going to rock the boat, these would be a decent suggestion. So now, let's try the Sweet Christmas marshmallows. These were made in Colombia, and they're Colombina brand, so I guess that hangs together. Try a Christmas tree, I think that's what this is. This is going to sound weird, but those taste like church. There's a certain smell and taste that you get in most churches, in my experience, and it's quite similar to that. I don't know, maybe Jesus likes marshmallows, but I won't be finding out until after I leave the mortal realm. Assuming I've led a virtuous enough life. But anyway, Delicious Reinvented Mavericks Bolt Cookies Birthday Cake. It should say Deliciousness Reinvented, not Delicious Reinvented. Because they want the abstract noun, not the adjective. But they went with the adjective, so that doesn't instill a ton of confidence. It says, be a maverick. Being a maverick means dreaming a little bigger, shining a little brighter, and breaking the mold to make the world a little better. Here at Mavericks, we're ditching the cookie cutter so families can indulge guilt-free and crave-worthy cookies made with feel-good ingredients. I would hope they're food grade, but it says feel good. So grab a handful, be a maverick, and snack, break from the norm. Didn't realize it was pierced on the side. Hopefully that happened after I bought them, not before. They have 40% less sugar than leading kids cookie. Who knows which that one is, but with the Beatus I have to be careful, so. Those are pretty bad. They're not as bad as the chips, but they were bad. In a way that's hard to really pin down. I think I'm still tasting the marshmallows. They had like a really heavy flavor to them that's still kind of sticking with me. Those cookies may have been fine if I ate them before or after the marshmallows, but not so close in time as I did. So we will end here with Biscuit Sensation by Lambert's. It says, there are 6 kinds. There is the cracker, crispy pastry with a fine touch of caramel, souffle, fine crispy pastry, almond cookie, wafer thin pastry with almonds and spices, Divina, crispy pastry roll, lemon coin, tender lemon biscuits refined with a white chocolate decor, and let's see, this is some type of Italian name, stracciatella, I don't know what that means, round shortbread with dark chocolate chips, and these were made by, well, it says imported by Henry Lambert's Incorporated, Fairfield, New Jersey, produced in Poland and Belgium. Maybe there's 2 factories, or maybe part of the production happened in Poland, part of it happened in Belgium, and then the cookies were delivered to New Jersey and housed together. I'll probably never know for sure. So here's how they look all in their package. I wish I had better recording equipment, because I know that a lot of my videos contain excessive plastic rustling and foil rustling, and I know that doesn't sound so good and it's annoying. So I apologize for that. Hopefully one day I'll have the money for a superior setup. I just record off my phone basically. But here we have the cookies. I'll start with this one, which is just called Cracker. Looks kind of like a Pepperidge Farm Bordeaux cookie, only thinner. It doesn't have the sugar topping. I was wrong. That was a souffle, not a cracker. And it was good. A light, buttery cookie. Simple, but gets the job done. Nothing fancy, but it doesn't have to be. This is the almond cookie. I don't think I'm going to like this one very much. I generally do not like nuts in my baked goods. I like to enjoy those things separately, but let's see how it is. Not too bad. Has a gingerbread-like flavor to it. Don't really feel or taste the almonds in there too much. So this is the cracker. I incorrectly identified the souffle as the cracker before. Not bad. It's another one that tastes basically like gingerbread. Tastes exactly the same as the almond cookie, actually, but it's slightly thicker and maybe, I would say maybe 0.2% sweeter. Next is the Davina, the crunchy pastry roll. Kind of reminds me of the Pepperidge Farm Pirouette, but without the filling. It tastes fine, but it's a little sandy for my liking. Lemon coin. Ordinarily, I like lemon-flavored desserts, so I'm kind of surprised that this is my least favorite cookie so far. Had that crumbly, sandy texture to it like the Davina had, but to a more severe degree. And for some reason right now, anything with even the slightest hint of a citrus flavor is making me taste those dill chips again, the dill and jalapeno chips, and that's not good. So finally we'll have this Stracciatella, I think that's how it's pronounced, which is like a small chocolate chip cookie. So in closing, I would just encourage you to get to Big Lots while you still can. I don't know exactly when the closure is going to occur, but I imagine closer to the actual closing date, the prices will drop even more. So make sure you know when it's closing so that you don't wait too long before going there. And I will conclude with some footage of my last ever visit to Big Lots. Keep some tissues handy because it's a bit of a tearjerker. Farewell. An era is ending. This is my last visit to Big Lots. Quite sad, but there are snacks to be seen. And I will stop filming now so people don't hear me talking to myself and think that I am unwell.